Thanks for joining me, astrologer Patrick Arundell, for your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 30th of September. If you've yet to subscribe to my channel, I'd be honoured if you did so now. This week begins with that clustering of energy in the sign of Libra, very much to the fore. In fact, Venus and Jupiter continue to forge a gorgeous alliance in the first 2 days. And that points towards doing something playful, entertaining or fun. But last week's new moon gave a boost to this Libran energy, but it also angled to Uranus. So over the next 4 weeks, it is going to be important to understand, whilst we're working at our relationships, which Libra governs, to just be conscious of how our values match up to the people we encounter. Now this week does see Mercury relocate into the deep and passionate sign of Scorpio, and also the modern ruler of Scorpio, Pluto. Well, that goes direct after a long retrograde which began on the 24th of April. Now of course Pluto has been in a very business-like part of the situation in the sign of Capricorn. So I think if there has been any kind of delays or slowdowns around the enterprise that you're involved with, that can ease now. And this Mercury energy can also be very good for more entrepreneurial strands. But on Friday, Mars makes its way into Libra, where it will be for 6 weeks. This is a tremendous transit because it does in some ways diminuate the more egocentric nature of Mars. Libra being about trying to find consensus, and Mars being very much about I, the self. Well, it is actually technically in detriment in this location. But I think it gives us just a desire to get firmer boundaries, which can be a good thing, be a bit more competitive, which can be a good thing, but competitive in a way which seeks some kind of collaboration or cooperation with others. And that's where it's working through the energy of this Libra influence. But it is true to say that we have a quarter moon in Capricorn on Saturday, and that's going to be absolutely conjunct Saturn. And Saturn in Capricorn is quite a sobering kind of energy. So we may encounter someone from the end of this week and into next week who, however much we try to reach out to them and understand where they're coming from, they may be quite resistant to our charms. But equally, it's not going to be a good thing to try too hard to be a people pleaser. We just need to be naturally ourselves. Your specific forecast, Cancer, suggests that Monday and Tuesday can be an ideal time to recharge your batteries. This could be by meeting up with a friend, going for lunch, or perhaps having a therapeutic treatment, giving yourself the permission to find peace and tranquility. But because of Uranus being in the part of your scope that's very much to do with your future, you could find yourself on the back of last week's new moon, thinking carefully about what you want from your future, but being quite changeable. It's possible that you're bringing it all back to how you feel as an emotional being. If things do seem to be a bit choppy or uncertain, the great news is that with Pluto going forwards this week and Mercury moving into a much more outgoing area, you can start to emerge from this introspection. It is true that Mars moves into your 4th house, but if there are elements of the physical structure of your home that you're not particularly happy with, that can see you quite productive over the next 6 weeks. Moving, downsizing, perhaps being quite inventive about space, or perhaps even looking at new forms of decoration or furnishings for your abode. But as the week draws to a close, it is true that there is a quarter moon. And this quarter moon just suggests that there could be somebody close to you that is a cause for concern. Perhaps they seem a bit down in the mouth, but even if you try to help them, they may be a bit prickly. Or there could be 2 people close to you and not getting on quite so well, and you may find yourself caught in the middle, feeling like the helpless peacemaker. Then again, perhaps your own emotional reactions can be a bit blunted. You may feel you lack quite the confidence you would like to connect with other people. But Mercury is going to be significant help to you in the next few weeks. So I do feel this is a shifting week. There is things still to be mindful of in terms of your security, but you can still look outwards. And Uranus certainly has given you lots of ideas to consider. If you'd like to know what 2020 holds for you, based on your personal birth data, you can order your 2020 forecast by clicking the link below, get the rest of this year free, and also 30% off. But for now, it's been a pleasure being with you. Good luck and goodbye.